Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a PS4 controlled car using ESP32. I will use PS4 controller as transmitter and ESP32 as receiver. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. For this project, we will need 4 gear motors, 4 wheels, and a PVC board to use as the chassis. We also need 2-cell lithium-ion battery with holder, 𝐀𝐬𝐿 motor driver, ESP32 breadboard, and a PS4 game controller. First, I have attached all 4 motors securely to the chassis. Then, I connected the positive terminals of both left side motors together and the negative terminals of both left side motors together. I did the same for the 2 motors on the right side. Make sure that both motors on the same side rotate in the same direction, otherwise the car will not move properly. Next, I took the 𝐀𝐬𝐿 motor driver and a 2-cell battery. I connected the positive terminal of the battery to the plus 12 volts terminal of the 𝐀𝐬𝐿 motor driver and the negative terminal of the battery to the ground terminal of the motor driver. Then, I connected a jumper wire from the 5-volt output terminal of the 𝐀𝐬𝐿 motor driver to use it as a 5-volt supply for powering the ESP32. Once confirmed, I mounted the motor driver and the battery securely onto the chassis. Then, I connected the left and right motor terminals to the motor output pins of the 𝐀𝐬𝐿 driver. On a breadboard, I placed the ESP32 and mounted it on the chassis. I connected the 5 volts output supply to the VIN pin of the ESP32 and connected the ground properly. Make sure that both the motor driver and the ESP32 are powered correctly before proceeding. Next, I used a 6-terminal jumper wire to connect the signal pins of the motor driver to the GPIO pins of the ESP32, following the connection table shown on the screen. After completing all the connections, I connected the receiver ESP32 to my computer using a USB cable. I first opened the motor test code and uploaded it to the receiver ESP32. This test code runs all the motors in the forward direction. If any motor rotates backward instead of forward, observe carefully which motor is running in reverse. Then simply interchange the 2 terminals of that motor. After correcting the wiring, make sure all motors run forward properly. Once everything is working correctly, we can move to the next step. To pair the controller with the ESP32, both devices must have the same MAC address. So, you need to update the MAC address of the PS4 controller using the SixAxis pair tool. So first, we need to find the MAC address of the ESP32. To do that, upload any code to your ESP32. After uploading, go to the board information section, where you will find the MAC address. Copy it and save it somewhere safe. Next, we need to install a software called SixAxis Pair Tool to modify the MAC address of the PS4 controller. You will find the download link in the video description. Download and install it. After installing the software, open it and connect your PS4 controller to your computer using a USB cable. You will see the current MAC address of the controller displayed there. Now, take the MAC address of your ESP32 that you saved earlier, paste it into the software, and click Update to change the controller's MAC address. Once the update is complete, the new MAC address will be shown there. Now, open the main receiver code using the link provided in the description of this video. First, you need to install the PS4 controller library in order to use the PS4 controller with the ESP32. Next, enter the MAC address of your ESP32 in the designated section of the code. After that, select the board as ESP32 dev module, choose the appropriate port, and upload the code to your ESP32. Once the upload is complete, I tested the system, and it is working perfectly. Thank you for watching the full video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel for more exciting videos like this.